Good day, and welcome to my podcast. And I want to thank you guys for listening to me in advance. You could be doing anything else, but you're listening to me. This episode is going to be about how your mother can be your biggest bully. The reason why I brought this up is because I had come to the realization that my mother was my biggest bully. My mother has been gone 13 years now, and I have come to a lot of realizations since she's been gone. A lot of things that I overlooked, a lot of things that I interpreted as love, a lot of things that really opened my eyes to the person she really was. Now, people that may know me and know my mother, they would look at our relationship as a great relationship. We were like a tag team, almost. We took care of the household together, her other two daughters, and my children. Um, we did what needed to be done. There was not too much uh, love, so to speak. What I mean by that is that, yes, she did take care of me. She did raise me. She made sure I had everything that I needed in life to be a good person. But in the interim of growing up, it wasn't like there was love. There was no hugs. Every now and then, me and her, our relationship was, like I said, more like a partnership. Um, we were close, but not too close. We had our moments where we knew that we couldn't be around each other because our energies just wouldn't have us together for some reason. And we knew that. There were certain times in the year where we wouldn't speak to each other because, I don't know, we just did not click. And it was noticeable. And we were both aware of that. And we did have a conversation one time, and I did tell her, she asked me, you know, if I wasn't your mother, would you fight me? And I blatantly told her yes. If you were not my mother, man, you definitely would be fighting. But she was my mother, and you had gotta respect your mom and all that. But growing up, it was more so I was raised as a boy. Your emotions, you gotta keep them inside. You know, you can't cry. If you cry, that's a sign of weakness. Me being the oldest, it was hella responsibility. I had responsibility out the womb. It wasn't, going out with your friends, going to play dates and all that. No, no, no. If you don't know, my real name is Lisa. That is how people know me. So Lisa wasn't going out to parties. Lisa wasn't going to her friend's house. If she did go to her friend's house, she had to have one of her sisters with her. That was just my life. Instead of playing with Barbie dolls, I was learning how to fix cars. I was in the kitchen cooking. I was cleaning every damn thing in the house. I was learning how to defend myself against people, learning how to protect my sisters, and just doing everything that would prepare me for life instead of having an actual childhood. Um, I remember one time we had a secret Santa, and I believe this had to be in like, I don't know, the fifth, sixth. It was in, I would say, between elementary and middle school. So we had a secret Santa. And the night before we had a secret Santa, my mom had showed me all the things that she got and to pick what it was that I wanted to, give to the other kid in the class. Now, I picked out a Snoopy dog because I wanted him for myself because I used to love Snoopy. So I was pretty sure that she knew that's what I was talking about. I wanted that Snoopy. So I go to school the next day with the wrapped up gift that she wrapped up last night. I go to school. I'm excited because I know that whoever has me, they're going to give me a good gift because I was in a class with, you know, different types of students. I'm going to just say that. They were very different, but exciting though. But anyhow, the girl who I had, she opened up what I bought her. And when she opened up the gift, it was that fucking Snoopy dog. When I say I could have flooded the whole school with my anger, I would have. I just could not believe that she gave away my Snoopy dog to this other student. And of course, I couldn't really say nothing because that's mom. I grew up in an era where you didn't talk back to your parents. You were only able to speak when you were spoken to. When you had company, kids had to go in the room, that kind of lifestyle. So, I had to hold that in. Another instance where I asked her for a easy bake oven. I have been wanting an easy bake oven for as long as I can remember. And I remember specifically asking her for that. Every Christmas, I would not get an easy bake oven. Now, mind you, I was already cooking real food on a real stove. I just wanted it because I thought it was cute and it was a nice little toy. And to this day, I still want one. But she never got me an easy bake oven. Years down the line, she has another child. Well, she had two, but the youngest one. Now, the youngest child of hers, very ungrateful, don't give a fuck about nobody else, selfish, the spoiled one, right? This girl gets 3 easy bake ovens. 3. Not one, not two, but 3. Didn't appreciate none of them. Didn't use any of them. And I think, if I not remember, she broke one of them. So I looked at that, and mind you, of course, I'm grown. But the fact of the matter is, I asked you for one, and I really could have used it, and I would have used it. But then you have an ungrateful one, and you made sure that she had 3. I took that as a sign of disrespect, you know. I didn't say anything about it because, I'm older. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to just eat that up. There were plenty of times where we were around each other, and there were little things that she did that I did not recognize when I was younger, that I recognize now. Also, I had a very bad nail biting history. I used to bite my nails down to the meat, past the meat, bleeding. A lot of times I didn't even know that I was biting my nails. One day she said to me, I could tell when you're nervous because you always bite your nails. I did not notice I was even doing that until she said something about it. Ever since she said something about it, I would think back. And yes, I was nervous. My mother had a different type of love. It was fear. I was fearful of my mother. I was terrified of that woman. And when I was younger, it didn't seem that way. It just seemed like it was just love because you had to respect your mother. You had to respect your elders. And yeah, I come to realize that I was terrified and afraid of her. I had a lot of pressure on me. Then I was a teenage mom. So I had lots more pressure on me, So everything I did, I was nervous because I didn't want to fuck up. I didn't want to disappoint, you know? So much responsibility, and with so many people looking up to you and looking at you, it's a lot of pressure. So yes, I did bite my nails a lot because every day it was pressure. Ass whoopings were given all the time. It didn't matter if you were the one who did something, your siblings did something, you got your ass whooped for everything. That's probably the reason why physical pain really doesn't really bother me too much, because I done got my ass whooped so many times. It's not even funny. So my stepfather, he would always yell, and he would be the one to give us a lot of ass whoopings too. That nigga hit hard. But anyhow, he was the one who was the one to give out the pain. My mother did too. She was worse though because she picked up anything and beat you with it. But my stepfather, yeah. So with him, it was a lot of talking. It was a lot of I would say conditioning. He was the one who instilled in me, stop crying. He was the one who instilled in me that crying was weak. You got to be tough, trying to intimidate me with his words. I grew up on trying to be intimidated. That's why intimidation now doesn't mean anything to me, because I grew up with all of that. So, now I am 42 years old. My mom has been gone for over 13 years. So, now, I'm okay. It's just a little sad, to realize that the person that you expected to get love from and, certain things from really wasn't that. It was just really conditioning. It might sound funny, but I look at her like she was just my handler, you know? She just made sure that I did what I needed to do to get here. On top of that, when she did pass away, she relayed, now mind you, I speak to the other side. I commune with the other side. I've been doing it since I was born. Um, she went to her youngest daughter and she relayed a message through her to me, telling me that she was sorry for the things that she left me here to take care of. Now, me just thinking about the 3D life, yeah, I mean, what else? I always pick up the slack. I'm the oldest. I always have to, do shit. But at that time, I didn't see it how I see it now. The way that I see it now is that she didn't tell me nothing about this spiritual shit. She didn't tell me about anything. She didn't tell me anything about what I would have to endure. And before she passed, she kept saying she was tired. She was tired. She was tired. But I felt that she was tired in a different way, not physically. I just didn't know exactly what she was talking about. But now I know what she meant. She was spiritually tired of all the shit that she was going through that she never shared with me. And now that I think back, I probably could have helped her. She would have opened up to me. But now I understand it was the spiritual aspect of going through the attacks and going through the spells and the curses and going through the surveillance, going through gang stalking, going through all of this stuff. And within our family, I was not aware of. So when she said that she was sorry for leaving me with this responsibility, this is exactly what she meant. I had no training. No one sat me to the side and said anything about my gifts. No one prepared me here, and they knew. My whole family knew, and they still know about me. But I had to take this journey on my own, which is fine, because if I didn't take this journey on my own, then I wouldn't be able to help other people who are going through this shit. So, in a way, I'm grateful, that she did trust me with this responsibility, with this, I know, I call it a burden of mending this family and everything like that spiritually. But, I look at it, and who else in this family is going to clear up anything here? Nobody. Because everybody is just so into their own lives, just selfish and greedy and jealous. So, this responsibility had to be done. And this is why I go so hard. Because in all actuality, she was the next one in line to be the matriarch of this family. But the males in our family had a different plan, and that's a whole nother episode that I will get into. But they made sure that it wasn't her. Now my thing is, why wouldn't you niggas think that I would be next? That was just stupid. So this is another reason why I go so hard in my spiritual life. Yes, I am a spiritual warrior. I don't have time to play games. I did not reincarnate to come here and play games with people. Now that I know what I'm here for is up. So my nails are nice and long now. It's been like that for years. I'm not nervous anymore. I don't have a bully in my life anymore. Yes, she was my mom, but she was only doing what she was instructed to do. And I'm going to leave that part at that, because that's a whole nother episode too. But my biggest bully in my life was my mother. And I am glad that I realized that now. And I'm not oblivious to all the things that I went through and the way I interpreted things, So, You know, nobody wants to think that their mother is the biggest threat. Their mother is the biggest person in their life that is blocking them from shit. But sometimes it is your mom, you know. I notice nowadays there's a big issue with mothers and daughters. Mothers being jealous of their daughters. My thing is, I need my daughter, and she's going to be, and she is going to be better than me. I don't want my daughter going through the same shit that I go through. So she needs to succeed. She needs to elevate higher than me. That's what needs to happen because we're not weak over here. So I don't know what all that is about. Maybe that's some kind of agenda that they're pushing out there because they don't want the matriarchs to stand in their damn power. They don't want the women to know that with together we could change families for the good. I know that's happening over here, and I dare a demon or a nigga or a bitch to come over here to try anything. I done been through too much spiritually and physically for someone to come in this family bloodline and try some shit. Because if they think that my ancestors before were a problem, there's a reason why I'm in this body. And I'm going to leave that at that. So anyhow, I thank you guys for listening to me. Um, some of you may find out that your mom is your biggest bully. I'm sorry for you, but sometimes it is what it is. So I will talk to you guys in the next episode, and you guys just keep growing, keep being you, and don't let nobody bully you. Okay? Talk to you later.